I had 3 or 4 students the first year, and the second year there were 5 or 6, and then by about the 5th year, by the end of the 90s, early aughts, we had, I think we got up to about 100 or 150 students a year, so it became a really big deal because the need was out there, right? It came from the communities. And then when students found out we had a program, then we applied for and got permission from the state of Arizona, and then the Higher Learning Commission offered this degree. And we've had it ever since, so there have been hundreds and hundreds of students over the years who've taken that as their focus, which I really love because I think, yeah, thank you. That and as you know, then everything kind of moves towards the final project, and you're working in small groups. Because in community work, you're almost always working with others, and that can be wonderful and frustrating and all of that. So that small group dynamic is in there. And then, yeah, doing something that comes from the community, but then hope is you can give back something in the community. From what I can tell, you're all doing things that will have that potential. So the hope is that just reinforces in you. I mean, you're a lifelong resident of Prescott, so I know that you already think that way.
Yeah.
But for people, wherever their home community is, that's the idea, that they go home, look around, see something that needs help or in addition in the community, and then work towards that. So,
awesome. Yeah,
that's a really important part of it, which I'm also very happy that we're doing, and that you're all cooperating, and seem to be having a fairly good time in the process, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, my hope is, because the sustainable community development, as we define it, brings the social and the natural worlds together, and you know, we were always kind of looking at how the interface between nature and the built environment. Prescott's a really good example of that because it's got lots of both in a very interesting way. So whether they're environmental studies majors or non-majors, the hope is they're quite aware of how those two worlds intermesh. And I think that would be valuable for anybody, frankly, coming in. For environmental studies students and sustainable community students, I think it's important to really stress this social dimension. Because I've had environmental studies students over the years like, oh man, I don't get along with people, I want to be working out in the woods. And it's like, well, yeah, but the people are going to be out there in the woods with you. So, you know, kind of understanding how community works and how people work in groups and so forth, I think is really, really important. And I would always, as the academic advisor, encourage people to get that kind of
perspective,
that perspective and skill base going, you know, while they're in their school years too.
Of my eye, girl, I never loved one like